For me, the main purpose of the campaign, of everything, is for Ford to take responsibility, because Richard, what happened to him and in the manner in which he lost his life, I don't think any person deserves that, and especially the person he was. So I would want Ford to take responsibility, and then legal proceedings to, take its course from there. But for me, responsibility is key, and to apologize to our family and say, we're sorry for everything we've done to your family in this past year and a half. Apologize for the suicide allegations, for him being murdered. They need to take responsibility, and that's key. Basically, we reached a point where Jeff gave us this offer of the car, and he said they would pay off the claim for Richard's Cougar that was burnt. And he then said further evidence has arrived, and he told my mum that Richard was shot in his head.
Initially, as Renisha has told you, the undertaking from Jeff Nemeth is that they would ultimately like to settle the matter. And as a token of goodwill from our side is that we were in fact to tone down the media campaign. So if everybody's noted, probably in the last month or two, there's been a lot less coverage excuse me, in relation to the matter. That was done purposely at the request of Ford.
The original car, shortly after the fire, was examined by three parties, one of whom was appointed by Ford, Mr. Anthony Young. In that, they reached a consensus that the fire had started in the front of the car and the probable cause was a short circuit. Now, that's quite important given the history of this car, because there's a history of electrical faults in the car which Ford had ignored. Now we have the situation where three people came to a reasoned conclusion, having examined the car under the best possible conditions then, that there was indeed a short circuit in the very place where the fire had started. And that's quite important. Subsequently, Ford issued a statement purporting to come from their so-called fire expert in America, Mr. Engel, who, without seeing the car, based only on photographs, came to the conclusion that the fire had started at the back of the car.
We're really struggling as a family to understand how Ford and their decision makers and senior management could keep hurting a family that's lost someone. They have the facts behind it.